Hello and welcome to Lone Star Conference Hoops Week 2024 and the online presentation of Basketball Media Days. On behalf of the Lone Star Conference, I am Josh Brown, SID of Western New Mexico University, joined here by the Western New Mexico men's Mustangs basketball team, Mark Bunker, head coach in the center, to the right, Yves Kumba, and to his left, Isaiah Morin. Coach, get right into it. You're entering your second year of the Lone Star Conference. Did it meet expectations last year?
Yeah, it really did. I mean, I've always heard of how strong the Lone Star Conference was, and we got to see that on a nightly basis, that every game is difficult. Every game you have to be on your best. You can't throw in a B-plus game or an A-minus game. You have to bring in your A game every single night, whether it's the top team or the bottom team. And that's what makes this league so strong. That's also what makes it a lot of fun because I'm a guy that likes to compete. I know our staff does and our team does. So, we like playing against the best and, hopefully beating the best.
All right, and kind of did a revamp of the team from last year. You got a couple guys coming back. Why don't you just talk about what you have coming back?
So, yeah, we made a lot of changes. Some of it was for the good. Some, in some cases might have been for the bad. But, with the transfer portal and things like that, the guys we got coming back, some really good freshmen that are now sophomores like Donovan Black, 6'6", strong, athletic. James McCallum, another 6'6", strong, athletic. Both those guys kind of fit the bill of the Lone Star Conference with how physical it is, how strong it is, how athletic it is. Both those guys should have, really good years this year and take a step forward. We have some really good red shirts that we had, kind of stashed away last year that will make an impact as well. And then guys like these two that we brought in from the Division I level, that have played high level, have started at that level, and then also that know how to win at any level. So I feel pretty confident about the group that we brought in, that we have a great balance.
All right. And then speaking of that, you guys are looking for that balance. There's a balance between the court and the classroom. I mean, your team went above a 3.0 last year. I mean, how are you going to continue to show that academics is also a point of emphasis for this program?
Throughout my career, whether it was at my previous college or at this university, it's always been extremely important to me that, we want to win every single game that we compete in. Every game that I coach, I want to win. But I also see the bigger picture as well, that, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my degrees. And I think that's important for our guys as well, that, the most important day is when they earn their diploma. The most important day is when they walk across the stage of graduation. So we try to adhere to that as a program and make sure guys are doing well in the classroom, taking classes that will go towards graduation, and having a good, strong background, whether it's on the court or off the court.
All right. And you guys have gotten through, summer ball, spring, and now you guys have been going a couple weeks here with just everyday practices. Have you seen the team melding pretty well together?
We have. Even with so many new guys, I think we brought in the right guys. I think we brought in guys that want to win, that have been at different colleges, been at different levels, that understand the importance of winning, that it's not all about stats, it's not all about numbers. It's, hey, the stats will come with W's, and I think that's what's been so impressive about this group, that we are further ahead of where we were last year already, and I'm very excited about that. But that also sets different sets of expectations. Maybe last year's bar was here, now the bar is a whole lot higher. So I feel very confident that the guys will meet those expectations, but it makes it definitely a challenge for us.
All right, and let's meet some players going here to your right. Yves, coming in as a graduate student, what have you heard about the Lone Star and what kind of competition do you expect?
I've always heard respectable things about the Lone Star, and if anything, we're just trying to bring a different standard to it, ultimately.
All right. And just how have you seen yourself mixing in with the team, being a new guy coming in and just adapting to Coach Bunker's style?
Man, it's been a pleasure, truly, just especially coming from a different program and having the experience of different levels, to have these guys accept me for who I am and to be myself in this program is beyond a blessing, and I appreciate the program in itself for accepting me and the person that I am. And we're trying to build different standards and a culture here in Silver City.
All right, and what is that expectation going to be for you at the end of the year here?
We're going to win. We're going to win.
I love it, I love it, I love it. Thanks. Let's jump over here to Isaiah. Isaiah coming in, playing up at Division I ball. You've been in New Mexico before, coming down to Silver City. How are you adjusting to that?
I feel like I'm adjusting pretty well. I'm always someone who looks forward to the challenge. Like you said, playing D1 is different. So coming from that level, I'm just looking forward to the everyday challenges of just becoming better, making my teammates better, and like you said, just wanting to win.
All right, and then again, coming into the Lone Star Conference, what are your expectations against that competition?
Yeah, well, kind of like Bunk said, every night's going to be a battle. So me, someone who likes to compete, I'm looking forward to that and just want to come out and make sure we do what we can to win every game.
I mean, are you coming with the same question Z's had? I mean, as confident as him, what are your expectations of this team?
Yeah, I mean, we expect to win. Like Bunk said, the expectations last year may have been right here, but where I think we're at, I think the expectations are much higher, and we should run off some games that people may not think we should. So ultimately, I think we should be pretty good at the end of the day.
All right, and Coach Bunk, we'll get you off on this last one. What is the one thing that your team needs to do to meet these gentlemen's and your expectations at the end of the year?
You know, we had individual meetings right before we started official practice, and it was one of our biggest concerns, which is probably every team in America's concerns, is how are we going to handle adversity? You get down 6, you get down 8 early. Are you going to fight to get back on track, or are you going to come completely off the rails? And I think this team has good veteran leadership. We have good young guys. We have guys that are bought in, you know, guys that have 2 feet on the ground, ready to go, guys that aren't, you know, half in, half out, that I think when adversity hits, we're going to be strong. You know, that, yeah, we're going to get punched in the mouth from time to time, but are we going to get back up? So I think that's where that's going to be a challenge for us, but at the same time, I feel very confident that we'll meet those challenges, we'll meet those expectations, and if we can handle adversity, that's going to be a really big thing for us, and we can take it as far as we need to.
All right, get the season kicked off in about a week and a half, exhibition New Mexico State, another exhibition at Utah. Good luck, guys. Mark Bunker, Isaiah Marin, Yves Komba, thanks, guys, and we'll see you here in about a week and a half.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.